Stop begging for attention. Begging for scraps from people who don't see your worth only shatters you from within. Instead, rise. Demand respect with your silence, with your strength. Let the world take notice on its own terms. The loudest voice in the room is often the one crying for the most love, hiding beneath the noise, desperate to fill an emptiness that silence only amplifies. If you have to beg for attention, it's not something worth having. If they can't see your beauty without you shouting for their gaze, they were never meant to. Silence is a weapon far sharper than begging for attention that is never freely given. Sometimes it's in the absence of sound that we find the loudest truths. People who crave attention are often starved of love, trying to fill the abyss of loneliness with fleeting glances and shallow validation. Don't you dare beg for attention. Stand so tall, so fierce, that your mere presence commands it. Make the world recognize what they chose to overlook. If they don't cherish your presence, disappear. Let them feel the weight of your absence, and perhaps they'll realize how empty their world is without you. Attention is not love. Begging for it will never fill the hollowness inside you, because love flows freely. It isn't something you have to chase down or fight for. Do not lower yourself. Do not shrink your worth for those who will never value it. Chasing after validation from unworthy hearts will only tear you apart. The need for constant attention? It's a mirror reflecting deep insecurity, a cry that you are not enough on your own, but you are. Begging for attention? It's a self-betrayal. The quickest way to lose your self-respect is to kneel before people who would never stand up for you. True love? It doesn't require you to beg, to plead, to perform for someone's gaze. Those who care for you will give it to you freely, naturally, without you even asking. Attention is a fleeting flame, a temporary spark that dims as quickly as it arrives. But self-respect, that's the fire that never dies. Begging for attention is like pouring water into a broken vessel. No matter how much you give, it will never be enough to quench your soul. If you find yourself pleading for attention, you are speaking to the wrong hearts. You are giving your light to those who prefer shadows. Attention seekers are often the ones who feel hollow, who don't realize their worth. They cast their net wide, hoping someone will save them from drowning. A flower does not cry out for eyes to fall upon it. It simply blooms in its own time, and those who appreciate its beauty will come. True love isn't desperate. It isn't found in craving glances or fighting for affection. It's about two souls respecting, cherishing, and lifting each other. Those who constantly scream for attention often feel invisible in their own skin. But the louder they shout, the more they lose themselves. The more you beg for attention, the more it escapes you, slipping through your fingers like sand. The more you chase it, the more it evades. Stop begging for their gaze. Let them miss you. Let your absence speak where your words cannot. Sometimes the loudest message is walking away. Begging for attention will drain you. It will exhaust your spirit. Instead, turn inward. Build yourself up so that you no longer need the eyes of others to feel whole. When you stop chasing after the eyes of others, you become a magnet for respect. The moment you stand still, the world finally sees you. You think attention will fill the emptiness? It won't. It will leave you more hollow than before. Only self-love can heal what you've been missing. Attention fades. It always does. But confidence? Confidence is eternal, and it will carry you further than the shallow admiration of others ever could. The moment you stop begging for someone to notice you is the moment you find your power. It is when you realize your worth isn't tied to the gaze of others. Never beg for attention from those who make you feel invisible. They are not your people. They are not worthy of the light you bring. Attention seekers often miss the most important thing, their own brilliance, hiding behind their constant need to be seen. If you're endlessly chasing attention, you're running away from the peace that lies within. The real treasure is in the quiet spaces of your own soul. Love is never found in a crowd's applause or the eyes of strangers. It is found in the intimate, quiet connection between two souls who truly see each other. Those who beg for attention are often trying to fill a gaping wound inside themselves, a wound only self-love can heal. If you need to ask for someone's attention, you are not in the right relationship. Love doesn't require you to shout for it. Those who deserve your time will give you their undivided attention, without you having to ask. They will see you when no one else does. Stop begging for validation from those who wouldn't notice if you disappeared. Your worth is not defined by their recognition. Attention isn't love. And love is too sacred, too pure to ever be something you should have to beg for. Begging for attention only proves one thing. You've forgotten your own worth. You're enough without their eyes on you. When you value yourself, when you truly see your own worth, you will never need to beg for attention again. It will come to you effortlessly. The best way to attract attention is to stop needing it. True power is found in your ability to stand alone, in your quiet strength. When you know your worth, you stop running after people who don't deserve you. You stop chasing and you start being. True strength isn't found in begging for attention. It's found in embracing the solitude that comes with knowing your own value. Begging for attention strips you of your power. Stand tall. Focus on your own growth. Those who matter will see you. Don't crave attention. Become so radiant, so fierce, that people seek you out. Be the reason others are drawn to the light you create. Self-love is the answer to every hollow cry for attention. It's the shield that protects you from needing validation from anyone else. Those who beg for attention often forget that their brilliance is already blinding. They just need to recognize it themselves. The ones who matter, they will see you. They will give you attention without you ever having to ask. They will know your worth, even when you forget. Attention is temporary, a flicker in the dark. But your character, that is the eternal flame that will light your path forever. Begging for attention is like chasing a mirage, an illusion that will always remain just out of reach. Focus instead on your own light and let it guide you. True connections don't require constant reminders of your existence. They are built on a foundation far deeper than fleeting attention. If you find yourself having to beg for their attention, turn away. Let your soul rest. You are better off walking your own path. The moment you stop needing attention, the moment you stand tall in your own worth, is the moment you realize how powerful you truly are. Hey there! If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps a lot more than you know. And if you're new here or just haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our awesome content. Thanks for your support. Let's keep this community growing.